And in today's Courier Mail, columnist Des Houghton has a story about Shadow Resources Minister Senator Susan McDonald claiming that the Albanese government is in fact slowing down the mining and gas projects that are ready to go. And Des joins us live. Thank you, Des, for joining us. So yes, one of your articles in today's Courier Mail, it talks about billions of dollars and thousands of jobs potentially not happening at the moment because things are slowing down. Tell us more.
Yes, Susan McDonald is a Queensland senator based in Townsville, and she says there are 47,000 more jobs going begging. There are $119 billion worth of projects stalled by the Labor government, mainly because of interference from the Greens, who don't want to see any new mines at all.
And Des, tell us a bit more about Senator Susan McDonald. Give us a bit of a background on her.
Susan McDonald is a 55-year-old mother of three grown-up children who are all at university now. Susan speaks with great authority in this area. Her grandfather, Sir Sidney Fisher, was the chairman of Mount Isa Mines. And of course, her family since then have run cattle on about 14 properties throughout Queensland, and they're some of the biggest cattle producers in the country. She's made this a bit of a cause to expose it. She says the money that we're missing out in revenue from taxation and in royalties, is enough to build a few Sydney metros, the Victorian rail loop, and still have money left over for the Sydney Olympic Stadium, for the Brisbane Olympic Stadium, etc.
So, Des, if it was to be a Peter Dutton government, what is she planning to do?
Well, Susan McDonald is the Shadow Resources Minister. She wants to defund the Environmental Defenders Office. That's a green charity that the Labor Party funds to challenge mining decisions. In the EDO, they even challenge decisions that mines that have been approved by governments and regulators. So they delay projects for years and years and years. And of course, they've taken a credibility hit recently where Justice Charlesworth in the federal court accused them of confecting evidence and other wrongdoing in the Santos Barossa project, which they tried to stop going ahead in the Northern Territory.
And you also write in another article about Queensland, the new Crisafulli government really speeding up the opening of new mines in the Queensland state. What more can you tell us on that story?
Well, Queensland has a big stake in this too. The Bowen Basin is the biggest reserve of coal on Earth. To my knowledge, there are 14 new mines wanting to open there. Dale Last, the new Crisafulli minister, arrived to this portfolio, and on his desk were a whole pile of mines that had been approved but had not been signed off on. Some of them went back 5 years. This is because the Labor governments do not want to upset the Greens. They need the Green preferences because their primary vote is so low. So it's this Labor-Greens alliance that is stopping development and stopping this revenue flow to give taxpayers a break.
A couple of interesting reads as always in today's Courier Mail and News Corp papers. Des Houghton, thank you very much. See you same time next week.
Thank you, Janie.